Finding photography ideas can be very, very challenging and intimidating, especially when you are faced with creative block. There are so many ways to reignite your passion in photography and get new ideas. You can get inspiration by exploring good works of some other photographers you admire. Trust me, I've been in so many situations where I go to like my favorite photographer's page and check for works I really love and I go and recreate them. Sometimes I might not recreate the style band for band, but I'll just pick a thing or two. Sometimes it might be their lighting I've gone there to copy. You can call me a copycat. It's fine. We are teaching inspiration today. So yeah. So you can go to your favorite photographer page. You can check how they light their image. You can check how they compose their image. You can check their inspiration generally, and you can take that work back and just create something similar. And trust me, by creating something similar, you tend to create something unique because you're shooting in a new location, you're shooting a different subject. So definitely the inspiration is going to look different. So don't be scared to look at other photographers' work and draw inspiration from it. There you can also look at other photographers' work by flipping through like some photography books. There are some legendary photography books that you can read through and just read about what inspired the photographers to create those work, and you can draw your inspiration from that. You can engage in photography challenges where you take one photo a day doing different types of photography. For example, today you can be doing reflections, tomorrow you can be doing minimalism, next tomorrow you can be doing composition. So basically, you can just challenge yourself to take one picture a day, telling different stories. And after you've done this for 30 days, trust me, you are going to be filled with creative juice. You see those juice flowing. Those juice could just be flow like, see, the ideas, like Kubana Chief Priest will say, ideas with power water. Ideas with all water, you understand? So you can challenge yourself by just creating pictures every day using different themes, and that's a very good way to keep those creative juice flowing, and that's a good way to draw inspiration. Another tip will be you drawing inspiration from nature. Sometimes I often draw inspiration from nature by, for example, I could go outside and just study the patterns of some trees, study the patterns of lights, or shoot by golden hour. By the way, golden hour is the best time to shoot outdoors because when you shoot by golden hour, the sun is at an angle, and while the sun is at an angle, it creates a very flattering kind of lighting, giving you some very unique looking images. Sometimes you could draw your inspiration from nature, and nature is the best inspiration. There are times I want to do a shoot and I don't know what to shoot, and I just use nature to guide me. Take my subject to a location that I know is blessed with nature. Blessed with nature in the sense that it's blessed with some trees, it's blessed with some grains behind, or it's blessed with a vast amount of water. So by doing that, you can draw inspiration from that. And b- basically, if you take your subject to a destination that has like vast amount of water, that is an inspiration already. You don't need to do much. By you just being in that location ordinarily, you are going to create amazing looking images. I've done this a couple of times and I've gotten fantastic results. In addition, you could even draw inspiration from fog, from snow, from the rain. By adding them to your composition, by adding those elements to your frame, that's an inspiration already, and you're going to get amazing pictures. You are guaranteed and you are set for success. A streak of light on the wall, it might be window lights, just anything you have in nature. Another way to get inspiration is by creating mood boards. You can create mood boards for platforms like Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook. You just need to go there. There are a lot of ideas. There's a vast amount of ideas there. You can go there and pick some pictures that would form the basis of your mood board. And by going out to recreate those images, you would come back satisfied. One of the things I love about creating mood board is the feeling of accomplishment that comes with it. Because when you create a mood board, you basically already know what you want to shoot. you are 100% certain of what you want to shoot. You're just going out there to recreate the mood board. And when you come back and you've recreated everything you plan to shoot, there is that feeling of accomplishment. And you tend to create works tailored to the direction of what you actually want to create. So mood boards are fantastic. There are even sometimes I send mood board to my customers before a shoot. And by doing that, they already know what we want to shoot. We are all in sync. And ideas that are down the rods, they come out because those mood board bring them out. Those mood board help us create what would have ordinary not just thought of on the location. So it's very good to create mood boards so that it just guides your creative process and it can be a very good source of inspiration. You can also travel or change your routine to get new inspiration. You can travel to another country, another state, and just observe and you draw inspiration from that. You don't even have to travel far. It could be your normal location. You just need to go in search of the culture and go in search of places you wouldn't visit normally. And you can draw inspirations from that. There are even some people who tend to travel and take pictures. And make sure when you're traveling, when you're changing your routine, take pictures along the way because it will help change your perspective and it will help you draw in inspiration because you're in a new environment. And when you're in that environment, make sure you're observing everything, you're observing the colors, you're observing the textures, you're observing the landscape of that place basically, and it can help you reignite your inspiration. Photography exhibitions are an awesome way for you to get inspirations because photography exhibition most times is a creative trying to like showcase his best work. So imagine what that creative's best work is going to be. So by attending the exhibition, you tend to meet more creatives, you tend to expand your network, and you tend to feed your creative side. Working on personal projects is also a very good way to get new inspiration and to keep yourself inspired. Most times, I find myself just stuck in that loop of creating work for customers, creating work for customers, creating work for customers. And what I don't really like about creating work for customers is that even though the money is good, you tend to not create images that ministers to your soul. When you are creating for customers, there are a lot of limitations. Firstly, you are limited by what the customers actually have in mind, what the customer actually wants to create. Secondly, you're also limited by the surrounding and everything that could go wrong on that day. Another way to keep yourself inspired would be by collaborating with other creatives. By collaborating with other creatives, you guys will be sharing ideas and you keep that creative juice flowing because these are fresh ideas, these are fresh perspective. Everyone has their unique way of approaching the art of photography. So make sure you connect with other photographers, you collaborate with them because they are a very huge source of inspiration. So my last and favorite tip would be for you to meditate and disconnect. It's very expedient you meditate and disconnect yourself. So sometimes it's good to just go analog and leave everything digital, disappear basically, and just go and search inward, go and do the work, observe more. When I'm talking about observing more, now I'm not talking about observing online, like just leaving the online space. Just take a step back from your camera, just disconnect basically. This often helps you reignite the passion, it helps you reignite the idea. For example, sometimes last year I decided to take swimming classes just to take my mind off photography, and it's helped because during the time I was swimming, I wasn't thinking about photography. But when I came back to photography, I came back with a fresh mind. I came back with a fresh perspective. Same with this year. This year, I'm also trying to learn French. And by taking those French classes, it has helped me disconnect from photography for a while. And that disconnect is still ongoing. And I'm sure when I go back into creating images, I would have a very fresh perspective. It's very important to disconnect and just come back when you feel better. So you don't have to always pursue the photography back to back, back to back, back to back. Sometimes just disconnect, just take a step back and watch that creative juice flow back in. If you've watched this video till now, thanks for staying. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if that's something you are into. Capital I can't only talk that one, but no one Asha. Hit the like button if that's something you're into. Smash the subscribe button. Yeah, smash it. Make sure you subscribe and see you on the next one.